Good morning, Joe Wennberg and Bluebird Semaphore. I did say that I would get some piano stuff back up here on Bluebird. I'm going to attempt to do that this morning. And I'm going to play out of this music book, The Piano Bench of Easy Classical Music. And I may have said it before. This was given to me by a friend of mine, George Simon. He had immigrated from Hungary. He's actually the only person I know who saw the Russians' tanks come through the streets of Budapest. Then he came over here to the US of A, and he was a trained engineer in Hungary. But when he came here, he found it somewhat difficult to get an engineering position because of the language barrier. Anyway, he did get work with the company I worked with as an engineer, and he was terrific. I mean, whenever there was a challenge, he was put on it to put the fire out. He's a good man. And then, along came that terrible time. I guess it was I don't know, it was, I ran into him again after he had left the company, retired, and so on. But I ran into him again, and he had to go back to work because one of those wonderful financial analysts convinced him and his wife to put all their money in some of these high-tech bubble stocks. And when the bubble burst, George found out he had to go back to work. Thank you, financial analysts. Now that's a herd you want to see go off the cliff in Aldove Gorge, whatever it's called, Aldove Gorge. You know the one, the rift, the great African rift. Go right over that gorge. And never heard from again until some archaeologists from Mars come down and dig them up. Anyway, so he gave me this book because he was trying to learn how to play the piano too. Now this is 20, 30 years ago. This is so long ago, I can't remember. And I've been trying to play out of it for that entire time. And I never really got to where I do it right. So here is me doing Johann Sebastian Bach's Sheep May Safely Graze. Here's me playing it poorly, okay? short. I think I'll try this one. It's like a Bach. Once again by Bach. And this is from the Violin Sonata number 6. Okay? could tell, the last part of that wasn't Bach. That was me just banging on the keyboard. Okay, I will now shut this down. I'll put it on Bluebird, and then I got to go buy some cheesecloth. Thank you. Go ahead and enjoy the rest of the day.